all the things about cutthroat competition or the working conditions, hey, that's natural. If I do whatever method possible to drive competitors out of business, that's natural. That's what I'm supposed to do. And so the important thing to understand about this, well, actually it's twofold about Spencer. First off, there's a fundamental misunderstanding about Darwin, about natural selection, or what everyone calls evolution, even though evolution really isn't a good word for it, because it's much more complex, natural selection. But one of the fundamental misunderstandings that Spencer had and people have to this day about Darwin is that somehow it's a hierarchy of species. That Darwin was saying, okay, there's bottom species like slugs or amoebas, and then on top, and who's on top? Us in this classroom. We are the top of the food chain. And this idea that everything is evolving or changing into humans. Like slowly but surely, slugs are going to evolve. In a million years, they'll become you. No, I'm not saying you're slugs. But that gets to the whole point. People say this all the time. That, I didn't evolve from a monkey. Monkeys are somehow going to become human beings. That's not at all what natural selection is. Monkeys are not evolving into human beings. Monkeys are monkeys. And if there's any change, they're still monkeys. We have common ancestors. By natural selection, broke off on the tree of life, so to speak, into different branches. Wow, that was deep, wasn't it? Tree of life. But the point is, it's not a hierarchy. You ever see that picture where they have like a monkey? They show that silhouette, the monkey, then an ape, going up to a human. That's not what happened. So it gives like a bad science. But think about now, if there's a hierarchy, it fits into this. There's a hierarchy. We're on top because we're superior. You're on the bottom. That's not at all what natural selection was. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, what Spencer is talking about is not science, even though it sounds science. It sounds like it has scientific backing. In fact, that's one of the great defenses of social Darwinism. It's science. But it's not science. What is it? It is an ideology, or something that sounds like science but isn't science.
Science-y.
Science-y. It's science-y. But what he's making with this whole social Darwinism is political. It's a political ideology. This is our belief on how people should interact. It's a belief. We want to believe this. We want to believe it because it fits into what I want the world to be. So if I'm on top, this fits in exactly to what I want it to be. So social Darwinism is a political movement. And it is the dominant ideology in the world today, by far. Now, people don't like to use the word social Darwinism because it has bad connotations. Let me give you an example of a political party that, does somebody want their keys? I kind of thought they were yours.
Thanks.
And by the way, we were talking about the little evolution thing, and what do we have right there?
That's some grade 8 crepes.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of cool.
Because they're eating a crepe. I was trying to figure out what they were doing there.
I didn't even notice that. Have a good rest of your class.
Well, don't I get some kind of reward or something?
Thanks.
Just, I'll cherish it. Okay, so, I forgot what I was saying. Stuff, and I meant every word of it.
It's the leading ideologies.
Yeah, but there's a little, it's a political party and a movement that would give social Darwinism a bad name. Have you heard of Nazism? Yeah, that is the definition of social Darwinism. Nazism. It is like social Darwinism to the absolute extreme. So most people are social Darwinistic or believe little bits of it, which, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very common. They're not Nazis. I'm not saying that. No, they're not. But it's a political point of view. Because what we're saying is, hey, we're supposed to be on top. We are supposed to be here. So if we're in a political world where we have rules and laws and government action and government aid and taxation, that's how we govern things. That's how civilization is ordered, through government. like it or not. Actually, I can't imagine without it. If you don't want government, go to Somalia. So, government. This is an ideology towards government. Who should government help? The wealthy. Because the wealthy are the ones who know what to do with it. So government policy, whether it be leaving competition alone or direct aid like through taxation, subsidies, land grants, all those kind of things. Social Darwinistic theory is, okay, we have a government and the government should do whatever can to help them. Because the idea is they know what to do, and if they prosper, the whole country prospers. Will they prosper? Yes. The money will do what? Trickle down to them. That's social Darwinism. That's why social Darwinism is such an important philosophy. It's not just people arguing philosophy and, oh, I believe this about life. No, I believe this. No, this has real impact. So what do they believe in? Remember that laissez-faire economics I talked about before. That is social Darwinistic. So I mentioned we talked about conservative and liberal, what economics today. The words are misused all the time, but I'm just talking pure economics. And therefore it's government action in economics. So the more social Darwinistic you are you conservative or liberal? Yeah. Social Darwinism, the more you believe in that, the more conservative you are economically. Now let's be clear about it. If you're in the United States, you believe some tenets of it, does not mean you're a Nazi. So I'm not saying that. Please somebody think, well, I want to be a Nazi. Oh, you don't want to be a Nazi. They're taking a stand. So what's the opposite? What is the philosophy that looks at social Darwinism and says, social Darwinism, which says, we're going to have classes are natural. It says, no, we shouldn't have this. What philosophy rejects this completely? Huh? Say it again. You're on the right track. It's anti. They're called socialists. Oh. Socialists are anti-social Darwinism. And anarchists are the most extreme socialists. Oh, of the political candidates running for president today, which one is probably the most social Darwinistic? Trump. Trump, by far. Who's probably the most anti-social Darwinistic? Bernie Sanders, exactly. Bernie Sanders totally rejects this. And Donald Trump, there's no doubt, he believes in social Darwinism. Not even a question. Huh? Just a little long for Dad. Don't get me wrong, I got help from my parents. Not $1 million. I got an old beat up car. Have a great day. Tomorrow then, we go to a big labor strike in unions. Adam, you were gone yesterday, weren't you? Where were you? We couldn't function without you. Oh, and we went for lunch. Yeah. Little car wouldn't start Trek. All right. Is it starting now?
Not really, but I have a good jumper in my car, so I have to jump every time I press.
Oh, so the battery's going?
Yeah, I didn't want. Can I put my paper up real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, we're still recording this.